When we went to Bohol about a couple of years ago, Bohol is an island in the Philippines, I made a beeline straight for the bakery and ordered just one bread, Pan De Coco. I loved eating Pan De Coco as a child in the Philippines, but when I get them here though, they're just a little bit too sweet. So I was like, hey, let's make our own. Let's start by making a sweet dough in our KitchenAid mixer, link in the description below if you want your own. Put in 3 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using coconut sugar, but you can use any sugar you want, and 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. Mix them thoroughly, then add 1/3 of a cup of warm coconut milk or just normal milk. Then you can mix that up and then add 1/4 cup of water. If the dough is still a little bit dry, grab some more warm milk and then add it slowly just until the little bits of flour have come together. Afterwards, add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature. And now you knead this dough on the stand mixer on speed 4 for about 8 to 15 minutes and check it periodically just until your dough passes the window pane test, which means that it stretches out for a little bit before tearing. Once it passes, oil the bowl and allow the dough to rest until doubled in size, which takes about an hour. While that's happening, we're gonna start making our fillings. For this recipe, we're gonna make 2 separate fillings, one with just coconut and then another one with coconut and chocolate. We'll start with a coconut filling. On a saucepan over medium-low heat, heat up 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 3 tablespoons coconut sugar, and a pinch of salt to amplify the sweetness, and 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened shredded coconut. You can get unsweetened shredded coconut at the frozen section in your local Asian supermarket. Mix that together until the mixture is well combined and simmer it for just a couple of minutes. This really shouldn't take long. Dump that out into a bowl, set it aside, and let's start on the coconut chocolate filling. This one has 2 tablespoons coconut oil, 1 tablespoon coconut sugar, and 3/4 cup unsweetened coconut shreds. Turn off the heat and add 1/3 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Just mix this up and the chocolate will fully melt into the mixture. Set that aside as well. And oh no, I forgot to put in vanilla extract, but it's okay, it's not too late. Just take 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract and add it to both of your mixtures and just mix them thoroughly. Crisis averted, although you really don't have to have the vanilla extract in this recipe if you don't have it. Once your dough has doubled in size, take it out and push out any air bubbles from the dough. Then try your best to split these evenly into 16 pieces. I like to set the dough aside in a covered bowl so that they don't dry out during this next part. Flatten your dough and then use a rolling pin to stretch out the edges of the dough, making sure the middle is a bit thicker. Place about a tablespoon of filling inside and pinch it closed, making sure the filling does not touch the part of the dough that you're pinching closed, otherwise it will not close. Flip it on the other side and attempt your best to form it into a ball. Then poke a bunch of holes on the top of the dough to allow air to escape from inside the dough so it doesn't come out from the bottom and give you leaky buns, although it really is not the end of the world if that happens. Fill however many of the dough pieces you'd like with this filling, then move on to the chocolate filling. You're gonna do the same exact thing as you did with a normal coconut filling. Now don't overfill the dough either, or else you will get a disaster and it will not pinch closed. Ugh. Anyway, for the ones you did manage to salvage, allow them to rise for about 15 to 20 minutes, just until they've gotten a little bit puffy. Then we'll preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Whisk an egg and then brush the tops of the buns before placing them in the oven to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the tops are golden brown. Wow! These look and smell amazing coming out of the oven. The best part about this recipe is it's not too sweet, so you can kind of get carried away eating a whole bunch of these. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that recipe. Again, the link to your possible new best friend, the KitchenAid mixer, is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!